Hey there, folks. This is Link 2012, and how are you today? That's good to hear. I'm doing quite well today as well. And I guess to start off with, you guys should know what Dissent is in the first place. And so if you don't know, bam! Click that annotation. And as that happens, I will take the moment to start up this music. Awesome. So this is the music that's going to be playing in the intersection I would like submissions for. And I'm going to be going over some of the things I would like for your submissions in this video, because why not? It's better to hear people speak than to read a boring thread, right? Obviously not. Anyways, now that I've bored you enough, let's get to it. So I guess some of the things I would like is it to be about 100 by 100, the map. This is about 100 by 100 at its widest points. And it should, how do I put it? The context is essentially a giant volcano or a giant geyser. So this would just, if this was a submission, this would not work because it is obviously not a volcano or a geyser. I'll be showing you an example pretty soon here, though. That's kind of like that. How do I put it? Anyways, okay, we'll go on to this. So there should be like a little cottage or a little hut somewhere for a quest. This is a great example. This is Victor's house. Up here we have the quest villager. The quest I'm planning to do for the final area isn't necessarily a villager, but I would like a house nonetheless. It should have a custom bed in it if you can make that possible. Now the player will be entering from the negative Z. You can use F3 to see it. It should be right here. I'm going towards the positive Z right now. Instead of be entering from this direction. The same as, wait a minute. I have no. Yes, they'll be entering from this direction, so they'll be going this way. Kind of confusing. And essentially, you're going to want to have the edges on that side. I would like the entrance considerably low, about the height of, let's say, this thing down here. And I would like a little pad, maybe 3x3 if possible. It's not necessarily needed. I plan on putting this here, but I couldn't figure it out. And this is where I will put a horse for players to get up to the island, or essentially the intersection which you are going to build. You don't need to do that with the redstone or anything. I'll hook that up. But there should be a way for players to have over here. The music you're listening to, which I have forgotten to comment on, that will be playing in the intersection. Or at least, yeah, essentially it'll be playing in the center of the intersection. The players will be able to hear it that are around it. It's not necessarily exactly the same. I had to tune down the music in order for you to be able to hear my voice, and you probably still can't hear it very well, but I'm just going to do it anyways, because why not? Oh, great. It's an Easter egg, by the way. You're not supposed to know that. Anyways, okay, let's move on. So something else I would like to note is that you can use any blocks you want, except for the following. I don't want you to use blocks of diamond, blocks of gold, blocks of iron, or blocks of emeralds, because these things are very valuable resources that I want players to get hold of. You can also not use diamond or emerald ore for the same reason. You may use iron ore, coal blocks, etc. They're given plenty of that. In addition, I would also like in your intersection. And oh wait, the music just ended. Anyways, I'm going to continue talking. And I would like a teleporter. This is a teleporter I made here. It has this neat little particle effect. You can do that with if you want. Please do use command blocks if you can. Make sure they're multiplayer friendly though, not too laggy, and that they use relative coordinates. For instance, this wouldn't work because the command I have over here doesn't necessarily use relative coordinates. It spawns the particles at these coordinates. Relative are using tildes. If you don't know what that is, you can go ahead and look it up. If you were looking it up, you probably don't know how to do redstone very well. But anyways, I shouldn't be insulting you right now, and I should be moving on. So essentially, we're going to want 3 ways branching off. You can do whatever you want with this. I have an invisible one over here. This is a troll area actually, and then there's one over here. This is a bigger one, and then there's a nice one over here. It gives you jump boost potions, so you could jump from pad to pad. You can feel free to do this, but just remember you need to use relative coordinates and multiplayer friendly command blocks. That's one of the tricky things in this map, is making things multiplayer friendly. This intersection isn't necessarily the best example of what I want you to do, but I will be showing you another one right here, so let's get right to it. Alright folks, here we are. This is intersection 3 of Ragecraft 2 by Helico. This is a very beautifully made intersection, and I would like something along those lines. Except, like I said, I would like the roof exposed to sunlight, which is actually kind of moonlight, to be honest. There is a certain time of day it is. There, you should be told that in the thread. Here is the lava pool. And this is what I wanted to point out especially. I like how they used, how Helico did this with the lava. I like this type of thing. And I think that would be really cool to have something like this in the intersection you guys plan to make. And what I would like to do, if possible, is there to be spirals of water in it as well, and it to be repulsing the lava perhaps even. That's a little bit difficult to do. You might have to use MC Edit or another external program. If you don't know how to use those, just let me know in the comments or in the replies to the thread. If you have any questions about this, you can let me know in the replies to the thread, and I will get back to you as soon as possible. There's also, it's important to have like a little chest in the center here with the recommended order. This one is not necessarily in the center, but he has some other nice examples of this. There's also the teleporter he has here. You can do something like this. It doesn't necessarily have to be this fancy. It could be fancier. And with my map, the teleporters are done with quartz and what is it? Purple stained glass and clay. So that's about it. Thank you guys for watching. I hope you make this map. Make sure to tag your friends if you're not so build inclined. Don't keep that from letting you enter though. I need your help. This is your opportunity to be featured in the map. And yeah, if you have any questions, make sure to let me know. These are not by all means necessarily. You're not restricted to doing exactly what I said in this video or what I say in the thread. There is a little bit of leniency involved. Just try to keep it along those lines, and everything will be awesome. And so yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Take care. Have a good day. Have yourself a good one.